Hello, and welcome to round 2 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast. I'm Catherine Haleko, and I'm here with Terry Morrow. Say hi, Terry.
Hello.
Usually on this podcast, we talk about parenting issues, but once a week or even twice a week, Terry and I like to get together to discuss TV, movies, books, and other entertainment topics because it's nice to talk about something other than parenting for a change.
Yes.
And this week, we chatted about the latest episode in our West Wing watch, and we were very excited to watch the season 3 premiere of The Good Place.
Yay.
But before that, we are going to talk Dancing with the Stars.
So, New York night on Dancing with the Stars, which involved a lot of references to the subway and Broadway.
Yes, and a lot of New York
shows.
Songs.
Yes, a lot of Billy Joel, because apparently he's the main Billy
He
Joel.
is the Bard of New York
person.
Yes.
So, I think my favorite was Milo and Whitney.
Yeah.
Speaking of subways, they were just so cute.
That was very cute.
And I really enjoyed that. And I thought he performed it really well.
Yes,
I mean, I really
so
thought
too.
he was doing those Charleston
Yeah.
moves.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
And, Bobby, come on, man. He throws in a floss at the end, and Len and Carrie Ann are like, what was that part of? I can't believe they even said, is that part?
It was
that part
clearly
of the
not.
choreography?
It was
so
clearly
not.
after it was over.
Yeah.
I enjoy his goofiness.
His antics.
Yes.
I don't know. It seems like I'm not sure how long Sharna's going to be able to deal. It seems
Yeah.
like she's already a little bit annoyed.
I guess. But I don't know. That's his shtick, What are you going to do? But I'm still enjoying it. And, after last week when the scores were so low, and I thought, well, this is good. They're starting out the season being very, very modest with the scores. And then this week we're getting 8s and 9s. Where do these people have to go, left to go? It seems extravagant. And that dance with Alexis, is it? Alexis and Alan?
Mm-hmm.
It seemed...
That was the one where they tried. He did like Swan Lake,
Yes.
an Argentine tango to Swan Lake, and like a ballet influence. And the judges seemed to like it. I did not care
did
for the
not.
choreography. I didn't think it worked at
I
all.
thought
Like
the
it
music
just,
was off sync. The music seemed weird. It
Yeah,
seemed
the-
like it
the-
didn't go. And it seemed like
Okay.
she didn't remember what she was supposed to be doing, and she was just sort of flailing. I thought it was like a train wreck, and then they gave it 9s. So it's
Right.
like, all right, clearly I don't know what I'm looking at. That's fine. But my daughter was in the other room doing something, and she had missed that one. She came back. She says, I just heard the worst music I've ever heard in my life coming from here. It's like, I don't know if it was the music that was bad or just something with the sound system. It was like it sounded out of sync to me. Maybe it was my TV. I just
to me it didn't
baffled
necessarily
by that.
It didn't necessarily sound out of sync to me, but it just didn't work with the choreography
No.
and the type of dance he was trying to do.
It really didn't. I didn't think, but go figure.
Yeah, I know.
They enjoyed it. So it was a weird night for Argentine tangos because the other one was Tinashe, right? And that was Liftapalooza.
Yeah, it was all lifts,
Yeah.
really.
Which, executed well, I guess.
Yeah, but I didn't feel like, as Len would like to say, there wasn't enough tango content.
Yes, neither of them was particularly tango-y.
No.
So, I don't know. Yeah, I think I liked Milo's about the best, but I also liked, was it DeMarcus?
Yes, I liked his
DeMarcus
too.
and Lindsay's. I thought they had the misfortune of going first, so there's still so many people that it's easily forgotten. But I thought that was lovely.
Yeah, that
I
was
really
fun.
liked her outfit too. She looked very cute.
Mm-hmm. You know whose outfit I did not like was Ivana.
Oh yes,
It looked
honey.
like a weird fringed diaper.
Yes, I want to like her stuff, and I want Kyo to have a chance for a change, but that, I did not care for that dance or that costume or really anything about that.
Yeah.
It was just weird. And yet they liked it, so fine. And I thought John's was extremely slight in terms of content, though enjoyable to watch. And they seemed to like that a lot, too. So they were liking pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Oh, Grocery Store Joe, I don't think he wants to be there. I think that his fans would be doing him a solid by not voting for him.
By helping him out and getting him out of there.
Yes, he seems really over it, and his dancing shows it. He just looks so like, I think he took the reality show thing a bridge too far. I think he should have just settled after he got a girlfriend on The Bachelor in Paradise or whatever.
Right. Okay, I'm good now.
Yes. Stand
go back
pat,
to the
man.
grocery store business.
You don't have to go on all the shows, really. It's okay. Yeah. But I mean, he seems so cute, but then he just doesn't seem to be. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be into it.
No.
And that dance was not good. Though Jenna looked very pretty. Nice dress. It was a sort of a frock night dancing with stuff. There seemed a lot of them just had these little sweet little dresses on. But
yes. Who else? Who did we not talk about?
We not talked about? Nancy. Well, Nancy danced on a broken foot.
Broken foot.
And she did perfectly fine. Not too much to the dance, but dress looked a little nicer, and she acted it up well.
Still had the sleeves.
Yes, but her knees were showing. So just giving a little bit here and there. That was fine. Danielle really didn't do very much. I was very happy to see they had a ramp for her. That is merciful. Why she has to start on the platform at all. Right. I don't quite understand.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought she looked pretty tentative and kind of... she was more marching than dancing.
Yeah, she was.
I mean, she was trying so hard, but...
Yeah. And, if she's going to stay another week, they got to do something with the dog. Otherwise she, good for you. It was great to have you. She could go home. But if they're going to do something, but they should do something with the dog. So if she stays another week, put a spangly collar on that dog and get it on the dance floor.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe. That's right.
Maybe
that's true. I keep forgetting. It's we have another night right this very week. And it's supposedly a double elimination, although it seemed like the voting from tonight was only going to take down one person. So they must be eliminating somebody else based on... Are they going to have another one of those 5-minute voting in which the I am not a robot test takes 4?
Right. Takes 4.5 minutes.
For the elderly amongst us, anyway. But,
Mary Lou and Sasha. It was pretty.
It's fine.
Nice waltz with the live singer.
Yeah.
I did think that I was going to be able to fast forward because it was going to be, we're having a live performance from so-and-so. And that's when I'm always like, good, I can gain, 4 minutes in my viewing by fast forwarding. But no, they were dancing, so I had to stop and watch.
Yes. I fast forwarded through a lot of judges' comments. That's where I made up some time.
Right.
It was, certainly enjoyable. There were a lot of very good dances tonight. A lot of people seem to have picked up some steam. It was mostly enjoyable. There was a few I just really didn't care for, but in general, an enjoyable night of dancing. Yeah, I think the judges got a little too enthusiastic, I think.
Yeah, those scores seemed very high. Mm-hmm.
But looking forward to tomorrow night. And more weeks with many of these people. I think it could be a real fun group. Well, it's a fun group now. They all seem to be pleasant enough.
Yeah, there's no, like you said, maybe Joe is ready to leave, but the rest of them seem like they're enjoying themselves.
I think last week when they showed like the behind the scenes stuff of him saying that was hard and my scores were low, I'm done. And I thought, yeah, and people seem to give him a pass on that. Every place I was reading about it, they were like, oh, poor guy, he's discouraged. He's just a regular guy and all this. But I thought that he was absolutely serious. And I'm like, would somebody grant this man's wish, please?
Right.
There are so many people in this cast who want to stick around.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot about Cheryl's partner.
Juan
Pablo. That was a cute dance. Shaved for it and everything. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that worked.
Yeah, yeah. But I'd say, I don't know, maybe my faves at the moment are probably Milo and DeMarcus.
Yeah.
With, honorable mention to Bobby just because he cracks me up. He posts a ton on Instagram, so I've been seeing a lot of stuff from him.
From Bobby?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm sort of feel like I'm getting to know him that way, and so maybe I carry some of that into watching him dance. But he's very goofball DJ-y, and he's going to do that, and that's just the way it's going to be. So if you like that sort of thing, that's the sort of thing you like.
And now we're going to move on from the ballroom over to Australia.
Yeah.
Where the Good Place is hanging out at the moment.
Yes,
when we return for season 3, we have Eleanor having made her way at the end of season 2 to Australia to meet Chidi in one of my favorite. Are you Chidi, Anna Kendrick?
Yes. That's great.
Chidi Anagonye. She meets him. And so then this season premiere was kind of bringing all the pieces back together.
Yeah.
Getting the gang back together again, thanks to a lot of intervention from Michael. So what did you think?
Well, I had the same feeling about this that I think I had last season at the beginning of season 2, which is that I loved everything, all the world building and the group building and the relationships, the way they had formed and developed over the season. And then each new season is kind of a reset. It's like we're getting the snap and then we're resetting. And we know what all went on before, but the characters don't. And so I start every season going, oh, but I want them to be like they were. And then as the season builds and goes along, I get invested in what's going on now. And I know it will be fine. But again, here, at the end, there was so much great friendship stuff at the end of last season. And I just loved the way Team Cockroach came together and all the good stuff. And now we're going to have to do it again. It's like, so it's just like, I think the beginning of these seasons is always going to suffer a little bit for me just because of the reset. And I understand why they do it, and they have to do it. And I trust these creators and these actors. I know they're going to take me a place I'm going to want to go. I just got to hang on for a little while. But it's like, oh, they're getting together. Oh, now Sean found out. Oh, and now Trevor is there. Oh, gosh, it's going to be so hard. It's going to be so long before they're back to the way I liked them. But it'll be fine. Everything is fine.
Everything is fine.
But I'm just kind of like... Plus, it was, I think, also the fact that it was an hour-long episode, which I did not realize going in. It was sort of like, oh, we should be... oh, there's more. Okay. I'm happy to have it back. I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm sure I'm going to like it. But... And there was a lot I liked about this, But I enjoyed Mike O'Malley as the doorman who enjoys frogs. Yes. He's a genuine joy at the thermal cup with the frog on it.
Oh, yeah.
It was just so adorable.
Yes. And Michael afterwards, wow, that went over better than I thought it would.
Every now and then, you get a souvenir that just hits it.
Right.
What did you think about it? Were you right on board right away, or feeling any of this trepidation that I have?
Yeah, I was pretty much on board. I didn't necessarily feel the trepidation, although I did feel it at the moment when Chidi and Eleanor are on campus and they bump into the love interest for Chidi, which is Simone. And I was like, oh, but they're supposed to be together.
They're the soulmates.
Even though she is adorable and I like her a lot as a character.
Yes.
She's really funny, and she's, she and Eleanor kind of become buddies right away.
Yes.
And she's fun to have around. But yeah, I was just like, oh no, that's not right. Like,
It did bring about a lot of really fun stuff. The whole thing of like cornering Chidi in the MRI and making him say things. The two of them together, that was very fun.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it does sort of put a little hitch in things.
Kind of ganged up on him.
Yes, that was very fun. A nice way to go about it. And poor Chidi.
And it was nice that they didn't make Eleanor. It was nice they didn't make Eleanor immediately jealous.
Yeah,
They made her like wanting to help these two people get together.
Yes, and she would, So it's I mean, there's a lot of stuff just on the face of it that I liked. I just feel, I guess, trepidation for the characters. I feel protective of them. I want things to go well, and there's all these hitches, which is what makes the show and will go in enjoyable ways. I know. Right. I have no hesitation about continuing to watch it, and I trust them. I wouldn't want everything to be successful immediately, but it's seeing what the hurdles are going to be. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, it was fun watching how each of them just sort of inexorably slipped. Started off with such good intentions. And then, Tani writes her book about...
What was it called? Like, Get Over Yourself?
Yes. And then it makes her fabulously famous and successful. And she...
Right.
And poor Jason. Those dance groups that constantly fail.
Right. It was supposed to be an 8-person crew, and you have 40.
Aw, they're such...
And it was a sweet scene between Jason and Pillboy in the bar.
Yes.
Where Pillboy's like, when I'm with you, I feel like everything's okay, or something like that. Like,
yeah.
Like Pillboy's his soulmate.
Yes.
His friend, soulmate.
Then constantly undercutting it by saying something sleazy or dumb.
Right. I like how the people at his nursing home that he works at give him Vicodin.
Or possibly laxatives.
Right. Either way, he'll take it.
Those characters, they just keep like adding that one extra little thing, Mm-hmm. The Vicodin was funny enough. And then, oh dear. He's such a sweet loser.
Yes, exactly.
I wonder if he finds a love interest on Earth, if Janet is going to have to go make a visit to Mike O'Malley and bring him a frog. So she can go down.
Now we know the key to his heart.
That's right.
It is
That's
frogs.
Right.
Cute little green jumpers, as you call them. That one's a jumper.
Yes, I do so love that about this show, that they have all this falderall about the key being from the original atoms of the universe, and it cannot be duplicated, and all this stuff. And what's with the keychain? Oh, I just like frogs.
Right.
That is so fun.
Excellent.
Yes. So I'm glad to have it back, and I trust that it will go in amusing directions. It will be interesting to listen to the podcasts now, sort of in real time, and not way behind. And some small grouchy part of me wonders if Sean got involved in this again because they've got Mark Evan Jackson doing the podcast, and so they got to keep that character around. But, he's a good guy. I'm happy that he's gainfully employed. That's fine. But Sean, did we really have to have Sean? Degree of difficulty wasn't high enough. He would cocoon me were he here.
Yes, he would.
We interrupt this podcast to remind you to please consider the free Radio Public app for all your Parenting Roundabout listening needs. If you listen to our podcast on the app, we'll get paid a little for each listen, and more if you listen a lot.
It's a great way to financially support our podcast without having to actually spend, money.
Now, back to the episode.
Well, shall we move on from the cocoon of the good place?
Yes,
over to the West Wing.
Over to the West Wing.
Yes, so we watched Eppur Si Muove.
Yes. Speaking of shows that are not quite delivering on the promise they once had, and whose creators I do not trust any longer the way I once did.
Yeah, and this one, I was totally with Joshua Molina on the West Wing Weekly podcast.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't understand
Yes, I did
the
not
mechanics of all this. There's a list, and who made the list, and
Yeah.
who leaked the list, and isn't it just public information anyway?
Exactly.
So what is the deal?
Yes,
And how did
and
Bob
didn't this
Russell
lady
get involved?
approve it all originally? And yeah, I didn't realize that I didn't understand it. I've seen this twice, and I just, sometimes you just let art flow over you. But when he said that, I'm like, hey, wait, yeah, what the heck? None of that made any sense.
I was thinking it while I was watching, like, wait a second, I
Wait,
just
what?
don't, I cannot follow. And,
Yes.
and like in the Sorkin years, that happened all the time.
Right.
But eventually I would catch up, or they would
Yes.
explain it in a way
Yes.
that, I could get, my brain could parse. But this time that
Absolutely.
never happened.
No, it did not. It was sloppy. And yeah, it was not a good episode. I am just also completely baffled by the continuing Ben plot.
No, yes.
Did somebody
exactly.
say, we got to take a look at CJ's love life, so let's bring some guy from her past she, doesn't want to talk to for 10 weeks, and then all of a sudden she wants to be in a relationship with him just like that.
Right.
Who is this CJ that you are writing? This is not our
I know.
CJ. Would you please reset? And what is wrong with this guy that he's been coming by for forever? And it's just, it's so weird and so nonsensical and unnecessary. There's enough other stuff going on, folks.
Right.
We have Muppets, for example, also coming by for no apparent reason other than somebody would say, hey, wouldn't it be fun to have the Muppets?
Right. And let's make sure we explain the difference between the Muppets and the Sesame Street Muppets.
I know.
Not
Lily
everyone
Tomlin's
knows
going,
that.
this is what you're giving me? Really? I'm on every 5th episode and this is what you're giving me?
And I get to explain the difference between Fozzie Bear and Oscar the Grouch.
It's like, I need a raise.
It was cute at the end, though, with Elmo and the First Lady when Elmo was like, can I see your life?
I loved that. That was, I almost wonder with that if the Muppet people just kind of did that on the fly. And that was not.
Yeah, maybe.
I
assumed
scripted.
that they were not filming that for
Because there
children's
seemed
television.
some genuine laughter.
Yeah.
Genuine surprised laughter when that happened.
Right.
And it made me think that maybe Kevin Clash was just playing around and they decided to use that take.
Right. Which never could have happened during Sorkin times, right?
No, it would be Elmo.
Stick to
this
the
is your
you little
script.
Furry monster.
Elmo does not go off script. Elmo reads the words that are here.
Right.
Yeah, it was a weird episode. And, the whole thing, as they were saying on the podcast, also about being so outraged that Ellie would be involved in any political things and then saying, oh, but by the way, you need to go do this political thing. Once she gets up there, then she's fair game. Didn't you not want that to happen? And she's specifically telling you, I do not wish to do this. But of course she saw the Muppets and then everything was... Could they have come made any more of a close-up on that actress without going up her nose? They just kept in and in and in and in.
Push.
That looked uncomfortable.
Yes.
Like her smile is supposed to be, I can do this. I'm going to speak out. And what it really looked like was, oh my gosh, did they put enough makeup on me for this big a close-up? I don't think I can close my eyes. I got to keep exactly the same expression. It was weird. It was just weird. I'm sure hoping next week is finally the Supremes.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping it's as good as I remember and not as bad as these have been.
Yes, that would be very disappointing if you've been looking forward to this for 16 weeks.
Regardless of the goodness of the script, it has Glenn Close, and she's just going to come in and, be large and in charge. So I don't think that they can screw that up too much. But I remember it as one of the ones that said, yeah, this is kind of how you do it, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Good.
And I hope I'm not disappointed.
Yeah.
but sort of fraught for just at the moment when there's Supreme Court stuff going on. I fast forwarded through parts of the West Wing Weekly that were modern day politics. It's like, you know what? I can find that anywhere. I want to talk about West Wing politics. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the cancer research guy was more interesting.
Yes, I was interested in that.
Political.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So. Well, let's hope for the best for next week. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to watch that, of course, and the podcast, and we're going to watch The Next Good Place. So that'll be it for our round 2 today, but come back tomorrow for a bonus round 2, like we did last week, so that you can hear us discuss whatever happens on tonight's episode of Dancing with the Stars. And please subscribe to our Parenting Roundabout podcast so you don't miss any of our episodes, like when we suddenly throw in a bonus round 2, along with our daily speed rounds and our weekly group chats. And as always, you can find recaps, links, and an opportunity to comment on our website at parentingroundabout.com. Bye, Derry.
Bye, Catherine.
Bye, everyone.